But good to see y'all. Welcome to the speaker co-working for Monday, February 24th. We got a lot of cool things to talk to y'all about. A lot of oh, Bonnie, good to see you also. A lot of cool things to talk to you all about. A lot of new developments with SpeakerHub and the direction we're going that we think is going to be ridiculous. As I mentioned before, this is our normal 12 o'clock speaker co-working call where speakers from around the world get together to talk about getting booked on more stages. So on a daily basis, we have speakers from everywhere that join us that want to get booked more. And that's our job, is to help them to do that. So good to see you, Ann. Good to see you, Bonnie, Michelle, Kara, Sayron, Chantel, John. You know, um, yeah. Any questions, celebrations before Jadika? Good to see you. Before I tell you kind of the things we're working on behind the scenes, and kind of give you a little preview into where we're going at Speaker Up.
Ron, we have a question from Sayron. She says she's off camera and can't come on, can't do audio. She can only listen. So she put in the chat, for some reason, the associations and conferences don't have the DC as a state. They used to be there, she said.
Okay, so let's see. Yeah. Oh, incredible. She's speaking in Richmond.
Yeah, on the stage first time. Yeah, so the District of Columbia used to be.
Is someone talking?
It's me.
Sounds like Sayron.
Yeah, we can't hardly hear you. It sounds like you're muted, Sayron.
Do you hear me now?
Oh, yeah, now we totally hear you.
Yeah, so the District of Columbia used to be there as part of the states. Like, it doesn't say Washington, D.C., District of Columbia, but it's not there anymore.
Okay, one second. Let us look into that, because we did an update to the filters over the weekend to fix some of the filtering problems. And this may be an unintended consequence. So let's see.
Okay.
We may have just changed how we talked about it.
Yeah. You can put Washington, D.C. because there is a Washington state. So you have to put District of Columbia, used to be.
I think Washington is even missing.
I saw Washington yesterday, but that should be Washington.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, we need to fix that, because Washington is even missing.
Okay.
Let me just see it. So District of Columbia is there as the city, but it's not giving us. Okay.
It's not a state. Yeah, it's as you know, it's not a real estate, but it's like it used to be part of the options. So you have to
I know. Yeah,
them,
this is just something that was just goofy because of the. We still have the data there, right? As you see, when I search for Washington D.C., it still brings up.
I don't see the screen. I don't think you're sharing. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, okay. I thought I was sharing. My bad. That's my fault. I'm looking at it, but I'm not sharing. That's just a faux pas on my side. So you can see it's still showing the 3,000 associations we have in Washington, in DC, but somehow it got screwed up. So we'll get that fixed. No big deal.
Oh, you put it
must
on
have gotten left out of the filter. So that's a quick fix. We can fix that this evening.
Yeah. Oh, you put it on the search on the top. I thought you put it on the like the city and state, but you put it on the
I tried that, but it's not there. You see
what
I mean?
It's not there. Yeah.
So we gotta put it in there. It's not in district and it's not in Washington. Even the things in the regular state of Washington, like Seattle.
Seattle, yeah.
They're not in there either. So
we'll
fix it. I mean, it's nothing I can do on the call.
Yeah,
but it's
no, that's
something
fine.
we can do on the other side.
Later. Yeah. Great. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yep. No, thanks for letting us know. Ange, can you get that over to Ezekiel or Santiago? Let me stop saying Ezekiel. Get that to Santiago so we can get that fixed. Good to see everybody.
Hey,
Carter's good to see you. Rain, Kevin, Lawrence, thanks for showing up. Janessa. So any other questions? And where you at now? This is like, where's Waldo? Where's Ed McNeil?
Almost to Brazil. Thanks again. Let me publicly say thank you for Miguel. We had a phenomenal time and really appreciate that suggestion. So it made the trip so much better to have a speaking English person
Yeah.
to translate from Spanish. So it was great. Thank you.
Oh yeah,
And-
yeah. He told me he took you to a few different restaurants to choose from, and eventually you found something that you all liked. So that's all that
Exactly.
matters. I think y'all did a
Exactly.
museum trip or something else. He gave me a full rundown of I think y'all were
Yeah,
together
it
like
was
6
great.
hours. That's a long time.
Yeah. Yeah.
So no, cool.
Yeah,
Thanks for
thank
being
you so much.
open to the opportunity to
Yes.
have a guided tour by someone that I know and trust. So, you know.
And
Yeah,
where
thank
in
you.
Brazil are you going? We have someone in Rio. Ron Juliana's in Rio right now.
Oh, that's what Juliana is.
Yeah, she's in
That's
Rio, making her way up to the States. She'll
gotcha.
be in
Okay.
Dallas in a few weeks.
Gotcha.
Yeah, we'll be in Rio tomorrow. Please,
Oh,
tomorrow.
Gotcha.
okay.
Well, yeah, if you need
Going
some
to
help in Rio,
Carnival. Yeah, we're going to
no, it's
Carnival.
incredible. Yeah, that's a great time to be in Rio. It is, yeah. Fat Tuesday, I guess, is tomorrow. So yeah, Mardi Gras weekend. This is perfect. Bonnie, what's up?
Hey y'all. Sorry about the camera thing. Have it fixed in a little bit. In SpeakerHub Pro, went into branding kit, into personal brand, tried to edit the text in there, and I don't know how to save the edits that went away. And I know that you can click the regenerate thing and it rewrites it to something else, but I was just trying to write something different than what was in there, and I couldn't figure out how to make it stay there.
Okay, go ahead and share your screen.
Okay. Okay, you got it?
Yep. So go ahead
Okay.
and just at the bottom after authentically, just type in Ron. Yeah, just put Ron in there. Yeah, yeah. And then click off over to the side. Oh, the save button doesn't turn orange. That's weird. Scroll down to the bottom. Keep going, keep going. Yeah, that's weird. All
Yeah.
right, you know what? Hit refresh on your screen at the top because you may not be logged in.
Oh.
If you haven't used it in a while, no, it's still there. So
No,
yeah,
I
go
was there
back to
yesterday.
authentically and just type something at the end of authentically.
Yeah, so that's what it went back to what I
Yeah,
had written.
no, I got it. I just want to see. Yeah, that should be able to save. So one moment. Let me just do this.
Yeah, see this now.
One second. Let me record this really
Okay.
quickly while we're on the call.
Okay. You know I'm bugging you every day. I'm in
Oh,
this.
no, this is perfect. This is really important because everyone's using this. So, hey guys, really quickly, what you're seeing here is Bonnie is in her profile. And Bonnie, go ahead and type something after my name at the bottom. And just type in blah, 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 whatever, right? So she's typing there, but it won't let her save the changes. Can we get this as a hot fix? Thank you. Also, Bonnie, can you go over to associations? And can you click on filters? And in the state filters, we're missing Washington, D.C. If you click on states, we're missing District of Columbia. You can see that's not there in the D's. And if she scrolls all the way down to the bottom, we're missing the state of Washington also. All right, guys, can we get that worked on as a hot fix for today? Top priority. Thank you. All right, so that's cool. Thank you for that, Bonnie. It's going straight directly to the head of development so we can get this fixed.
Ruby,
Those are
thanks
two
so much
really
for the help. Thank you.
No, thank you. You just saved us a bunch of headaches. Like every one support ticket that's reported directly to me saves me 45 other ones that we get sent in the email. Kara, what's up?
Hey, so yeah, I had a question kind of related to what the issue with DC that had come up. So when I go to filter events for Michigan, it often shows up events also in Missouri and Minneapolis and other states with an M.
As of today or as of Friday?
This was as of Friday.
We did a full update over the weekend.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, yep. All
Awesome.
this happened on the weekend. We usually try to make the major updates over the weekend because the usage is down. So we can do things while there aren't a bunch of people in there using it. But if you go in there now, see what happens and then let
Okay.
me know. All right.
Perfect. And I had one other question. It's a little more general. I'm reaching out to about 10 people a day, podcasts, associations, conferences. And we're trying to get booked at the rate of one podcast per week and one speaking gig per week. I
Yep.
wanted to know if there's like a recommended ratio of different types of like events to reach out to try to hit that goal.
Yep. So on the here, let me share that with you. I'm gonna 1 second. All right. So let's come over here and Canva frameworks. So here are the recommended ratios that we have people to do on the plan that you're on,
Mhm.
right? So you probably, I think Robert has either experienced or expert, but he can follow either one of these.
Mhm.
For a podcast a week, it's going to be reaching out to, roughly 10 podcasts a week should get you responses,
Okay.
right? You should be probably getting 2 to 3 responses a week on this. If you're pitching 10, you should be getting responses,
Okay.
right? And that's if they're well targeted and you're going after the right folks, you should be okay. On the
Okay.
associations, right? In order to get one of those a month, you have to pitch probably 60 a month. You'll probably get one response per 20, which
Okay.
means you'll probably get 3 meetings. And then you all negotiate what day or what month you should come in. Does that
Okay.
make sense? And
Yeah.
then on the conferences, since they're 6 to 9 months out, they're not going to happen tomorrow, right? They're not going to make a decision right away. You're going to be pitching 6 to 9 months out, but that's where everybody focuses because there's only about 50,000 conferences that we found,
Mhm.
right? So you're going to be applying and competing with hundreds of people, right?
Right.
With associations, you may be competing with 3 people for that month. And if you can't come this month, they may have you next month. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
With
Okay.
podcast, you're probably competing with nobody because they got to fill up 52 shows for the year. So they definitely usually have space for those 52 slots. Does that make
Right.
sense?
It does. Okay.
So if you want a screenshot of this, you can.
Yep.
And this is great to talk about because we'll go into this in a moment because of one of the major changes that we think are going to be fundamental to how you get booked and how we help other people to get booked is one of the main changes we're making to how SpeakerHub works as a company. Huge change. I'm talking about like monumental change that it should position us as the go-to place in the speaking industry. Go ahead, Jasmine.
Right.
Good to see you, Jenny.
Oops, sorry, I had my mic on. I'm sorry. Just want to find out if you know the associations in Toronto, you're going to do something with that?
Yep, that's
You
been
gonna
updated. So if you go ahead and share your screen, you should be able to, the filter
Oh, you're
should
gonna
be
make me do
updated.
that, right?
They were updated this weekend.
Oh,
So
that's what I wanted to confirm. I believe you. So
no,
I'm
let's do it. I want to, yeah, again, we're a show your work company. So if we say it, you should be able to verify it.
yeah. So I'm sharing my
Yep, just go
screen.
to, yep, we can see your screen. You're on the Zoom screen. So you got to go to SpeakerHub Pro.
Yeah, okay. So I'm going to go to SpeakerHub.
And go ahead
By
and,
the way, I keep getting podcast and requests and all that stuff. So oh sorry, continue with Google. Where am I going with? And this is my email. You didn't believe, Ron, how just be able to navigate this effortlessly from the first time you show.
oh no, you've improved greatly. That's a good thing. That's a lot of credit to you using it, but also a lot of credit to the design team and simplifying things. And we have some more
Yes.
simplifications that are coming very soon. So now when you click on filters at the top,
Pardon me?
click on filters, yep. And then go to Canada in country.
Country, yeah, okay.
And it's in alphabetical order, so you can type it if you want. If you just
Okay.
start typing
Type
Canada,
it.
right? You see Canada there?
Mm-hmm. Canada.
And then now,
Show only on.
and then now you should be able to pick Toronto,
Oh, so stay. Okay. Okay. Okay.
right? And Toronto is in Alberta, right?
No, Ontario.
Oh, it's Ontario. Okay, go back. No, so you can't type in Toronto. You got to select Ontario.
Ontario, yeah. Ontario.
No, you have to delete all of that out.
And do Ontario now?
Okay, so Ontario it may not be in there. So let's just do this. Hit filter. So that's another one. So somehow this is going to be complicated to fix. Fuck. Sorry, I shouldn't have said that on the thing. Sorry. Go back to filter.
When you talk to yourself.
Yeah, I know. So go ahead and hit filters again.
Filter?
Yep. And go to Canada and hit filter. Hit the orange filter button. The orange one.
Do we go to cities, you think?
The orange one. The orange filter button. It's right below.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah, okay.
Right. All right. So let's just click on the first. Okay, so there's Alberta, right? So
Way far from me.
yeah. No, I'm just saying we need Ontario, and so we just don't have the. Can you click down on the states for Canada again? Go back up.
Okay.
Because the
Canada,
states aren't supposed to work outside of the U.S. So
Pardon me?
just click on all states, please, so I can take a screenshot.
It won't let me.
No, you're in city.
All states, yeah.
Okay, just stay there for 1 second. All right. So one moment. So yeah, that's not supposed to work for Canada. Okay.
Ontario should pop up if Alberta comes up and Nova Scotia comes up.
Yeah, but it just depends on if we have the names next to the data set. So we'll get that fixed. I just put it in the group. We should be good. All right. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Kathleen, good to see you. I think you're muted. We can't hear you if you're talking.
Hey, so hi everyone. So I was on the I was looking at podcast, right? And I think, and I'm not sure if I'm using the right word or not, but I clicked on some and I thought I kind of saved them where I could go back later and kind of check them out. And I can't find that now. So how do I go back and find what I've saved?
Yeah, so go ahead and share your screen. Jenny Lee, I want to welcome you in, and Mons Nazman, I want to welcome you in also. This is the SpeakerHub daily call that we do from 12 Eastern time until 1 p.m. every day. Let's finish what we're working on with Kathleen, and then I will let you all introduce yourself so that we can figure out how we can help you. So go ahead and share your screen, Kathleen. Mark, good to see you. Leroy, good to see you sneaking in here. All right. So if you click on mailbox on the left, all the way at the bottom.
Yep. Okay.
And there are 4 that you saved to a list.
Right here.
Yep. You see it in waiting. And you see those right there on that list.
Uh-huh.
Those are the ones that you've added to a list so far.
Okay. Now I had another question. So like here it says pitch, right?
Yep.
I was a little nervous about clicking pitch because I'm not sure if AI is going to generate a pitch or do I get to go in and
click it and see. So basically what's happening is looking at your profiles, looking at the description of the podcast, and it's right in the email for you. Give it 2 seconds. There it is.
Oh, okay, cool. All right. So yeah, and I would just from here.
Yeah, just scroll down to the bottom. And you see you don't have a signature in. So let's go and fix your signature. Go ahead and click on the X at the top.
Here.
Yep. And then go over to branding kit on the left. and go to my brand in the middle. And go ahead and scroll. You got to add a profile picture. You want to go ahead and add your photo there?
I did. I think it's waiting. But I did. But yeah.
But
I
yeah,
think I
once,
saw
go ahead and let's do it now. Go ahead and add your photo.
I did. I think it's waiting to update or something. It took a.
No, it's not. It's not. It ain't in it.
Yes. Hey, Mackie.
Hey, I am getting ready to take Miss
Right. So basically, guys, what she's doing here is without a photo, it can't create a signature for you, right? So we wanted to go ahead and add a photo, which, yep, that's a good one. And go ahead and click upload. All right. I don't know why that's not showing, but scroll down a bit. This is the most bugs I've seen in a while. Go ahead and scroll down to the bottom. And okay, go back up and it says signature. You see that? Scroll up right there. And where it says no signature, go ahead and select there. Go down. You got to go back down. You just passed it. It's at the bottom of the screen and it says signature. And then go just a little bit further down. A little bit. Yep. Click there and go to default signature. Perfect. And then scroll back up and hit save. All right. All right. So for some reason, it's not loading your photo. I don't know what it is. Can you try a different photo just in case, just for demonstration purposes? And then we got to unmute. But yeah, if you can just try a different photo. Is anyone else having an issue with their photo not showing? Or is everyone else's photo showing?
I think in my case, it takes maybe a couple hours because I uploaded this one before and I didn't like it. And then I changed it.
Yeah, let's just test it just to make sure that before I report it as a bug, just to see if it may be the photo type. Okay, so that's an issue. 1 second here. All right. So, yep. Can you try the photo one more time and then we'll go over to your next question?
Now it might show up tomorrow because it took a couple of hours to show up last time I uploaded it. So maybe that's the.
Yeah, maybe it could be the photo size, but it's pretty weird that it should limit the size. If it's loaded here, it should be showing because that means that it's in our system, right? So go ahead and hit upload.
Move this.
Yep. Yeah, it's just not loading. All right, thank you. I have that. Any other questions? Guys, this is really important. A lot of people would be scared to have so many issues or whatever, little small things, but I welcome these because we know we can get them fixed and get you all back up and running. So no, this is.
No, just right quick, because the important thing was getting back to my podcast. So,
yeah. But it's in the mailbox. If you go down to mailbox.
A mailbox. Okay. I remember mailbox.
And then you should be able to pitch from the mailbox there.
Okay. Thank you.
Right. All righty. Say, Ron, what's up?
Yes.
One moment. Before we do this, let me do this for a second. I want to introduce some of the new people. I think we have Jenny Lee and Mons in the room. Mons or Jenny Lee, would you like to introduce yourself? I'm Ron Story. I'm the head of product at SpeakerHub. We host this meeting on a daily basis to help speakers just like you to get booked more on paid speaking gigs, podcast interviews, and press coverage. We're joined by a bunch of other speakers from all over the world. I'm in South America. I think Ann McNeil is somewhere on our way to Brazil. Jasmine is in Canada. John is on Mars. Kevin is on Pluto, which used to be a planet. But Mons, where you chiming in from?
I'm chiming in from Malmö, Sweden, southern part of Sweden. We're really techie community. We love making computer games, etc. We're really close to Denmark.
No, that's incredible.
I'm in Web 4.
And with the Motley.
Sorry, I'm in Web 4. It's very new. Not a lot of people talk about it. That's what I want to be talking about as a speaker. How everyone has got the same pain point today. They think, will AI take my job? Will AI take my sales? I'm sure you think about that sometimes, Ron. So what we do is we go out and speak to boards of companies, of Netflix, and we want to speak to all type of boards or speaker gigs, and the topic is always the same. How do you, UN or NATO or Trump, transition to Web 4? How do you, Stanford, Harvard, transition to Web 4? And then we go in on Zooms and we talk to their board members for 60 minutes and tell them this is how you'll be able to do it in a couple of months when Web 4 arrives. And there's a lot of AI in that. So that's my pitch.
No, that's cool. No, nice to meet you, Mons. Really quick question. So Web 3, what's the difference between Web 1, Web 2, Web 3, and Web 4? Because that's what everybody on here is wondering.
I'm probably the one of the best person to answer that. I answered that many times, and I love the topic. So Web 1 is read. It was normal web pages, no social media, just, your web address, and you can see what that restaurant did or something. Then Web 2 is write. That's when Facebook came in, LinkedIn come in. So you can actually write your post, like, comment, stuff like that. Do CRM, leads, and this kind of stuff. And so it was not a big change. It was just some apps. And then Web 3 is crypto. That is, not very many people do that, but some people do it very successfully. And then Web 4, we see that's when, in Web 2, we talk to ChatGPT. That's what I call Web 2 stuff. So we ask it and it responds with some cool text. But in Web 4, there will be new AI stuff. So AI will talk to AI. So you will talk to your AI and then the AI can go out help you. So it goes out 100 million conversations a day and talks to Trump's AI, Musk AI, EU's AI, your friend's AI, your mother's AI, and they do talking, prompting each other. It can talk all languages, and then it comes back to you and say, by the way, you asked me for help on this, and I got this feedback from your mother. Trump's AI agent thinks this of what you said. So, and there will be like monetization and stuff. That's a little bit intro of the Web 4.
No, that's incredible. So basically, Web 1 is a web page that was one-way communication. Web 2 allowed for two-way internet communication. Web 3 allowed for the a different way to encrypt and distribute that information and secure it and verify. And Web 4 is going to allow for AI agents to work independently on our behalf. Is that kind of a summary of what you said?
That's it.
Perfect. Thank you. Look at that. The active listening. I've been practicing. I learned that from Christine Miles. She had a great talk at the Pro Speaker Summit where she talked about how listening is the speaker's superpower. The most booked speakers are the best listeners when they're on their booking calls. They're not pitching themselves. They're learning more about the event and what the event planner wants and what they're trying to communicate with the event and things of that sort so that they could tailor their product and their pitch to that. So that's a skill that I learned from Christine Miles. I bought her book called The Listening Path. She also has a course if you all are interested. I think Angel put the link for the Christine Miles speech from our August Pro Speaker Summit. So good to meet you, Mons. You're always welcome. We're here every day. We're SpeakerHub. We're going to help you to get booked on more stages. I have a huge update about what we're going to be moving to very soon. Everything that you all know is staying, but we're going to add this new layer of service and commitment to you guys, and we're going to discuss it today. But before we get to that, Jenny Lee, do you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, Ron. I'm actually not new, but I haven't joined up fully yet. I I tried signing up a few months ago, and I had some technical problems with because I used 2 different accounts and I can't get into either of them. But I've also been for myself, I run an international film festival where we, celebrate untold stories from around the world. And so I do a lot of speaking connected to that, but it's my own events. And I'm only just beginning to think about speaking as a career. Well, I've already decided that's what I want to do, but I'm in quite early stages. So nowhere near where these fine people are at the moment, but hopefully I'll be able to catch up soon.
Okay, so Jenny, would you like to use your jlee at iwilltell.com, or would you like to use your Project 42 email?
Project 42, please.
Okay, so go ahead and share your screen and I'll show you how to get logged in if you can.
Okay.
And do you want the JWill one or should we delete that?
I'll probably delete that, but I don't remember which one I'd done some work on. That's the problem. But it was only the free account, so it doesn't matter.
Okay, well, I'll show you. I'll show you. You log in the same way with both. So go ahead and share your screen and I'll walk you through it. So go ahead and
sharing?
open up. Yep, we can see your storage. So just open up the browser and go to speakerhub.com.
Should I do it in Google to be on the safe side?
Yep, that's cool. And
Go
ahead and open up speakerhub.com.
SpeakerHub Pro or SpeakerHub?
Just regular SpeakerHub. Take the Pro out.
Oh, shit. Where's my delete button? Forgive me.
Oh, no.
But my speaking is better than my technical. Okay.
And then at the top, it says login.
Mm-hmm.
And go ahead and SpeakerHub Pro at the top. And go ahead and continue with Google.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And then use the email you want. There you're already in. There you go.
Oh.
And all you need to do is click on branding kit on the left, and we can make sure that this is the one. Click on my brand, and we can see if this is the one that has the information.
Where is my brand? There you go.
Yep. So
yes.
That one.
Oh my goodness.
Yep.
There you go.
You're all good. So is this the one you want to keep, or do you want the other one?
This is the one I'll keep. Yes.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna get rid of the. Is this the Project 42 or
the Project 42 one?
Okay. So
I'm keeping. Yeah, I'm keeping Project 42, and you're getting rid of I Will Tell.
Okay. All right.
Amazing.
Yep. You're ready to go. You're all good. See, that's why we do these calls.
Oh, wow.
You can solve your problem really quick. You hop on here. You don't have to wait on support. We're here to help you and get things going.
Awesome.
So,
thank you.
Say, Ron, what's up? Uh-oh, maybe she walked away. All right, so.
I know her question, Ron. She put it in the chat as well.
Go ahead.
Said that she has a glitch on the audience part. She can't edit and can't change her audience. And
yeah, that's the thing the same thing that Kara showed us. I mean, not Kara, Bonnie showed us just a minute ago.
Okay.
So I've already sent that over to the dev team, and they're already responding in the dev chat. Yep. So let's see, photo upload and troubleshooting, cool. And then we got another one really quick. All right. Say, Ron, any other questions outside of that? No? All right. All right. So one second. All right. All right. Any other questions? Anybody get booked over the weekend? One cool thing I want to celebrate is maybe the people aren't on this call, but we know that according to our data and watching things that are happening on the backside, in January, we were at, I think, 96 meetings. I mean, every 96 meetings, a meeting was booked with an event planner, podcast host, or someone to discuss a person coming on the stage. On February 1st, we were at 63 minutes. As of this weekend, we're down to every 51 minutes, somebody is getting booked using SpeakerHub, right? The goal is by June to have this down to every 7 minutes. That's my personal goal that I'm working hard to get to, but we've already reduced it by about 45% in 45 days, right? So I want to get this down, hopefully in the 40s by March. So keep pitching, keep getting booked. You know, I want this to be the greatest platform ever. But how we do that is by getting you all booked more. Say, Ron, are you there? I just want to make sure before I go into my little talk for the day.
Yes, yeah. Let me share the screen.
I think Angela already covered it. Is there anything else besides what she covered? Because I already sent that to the dev team while you were on mute.
Oh, for the for not being able to edit. I'm not even able to edit it. Yeah. Oh, she did.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I was, yeah.
Yep.
So I don't need to share the screen then. Okay.
Yeah, we already got it. It's already going over for them to look over those things right now. I'm already talking with them.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Rhonda, good to see you.
Hi, Ron. How are you?
Life is good.
Yes. My quick question is, I was pitching this morning. I was doing follow-ups for the most part, and I did a couple new pitches, and I also changed something in my branding kit, and I saw my pitches remaining go down significantly. So I know they don't go down from follow-ups, but I know last time we were on the call, they went down from something I was doing in my branding kit. Do they go down just if I change my signature? Because that's all I changed.
No, not at all. I'm just looking to see. Yeah, there's no reason that they should have gone down from that. But I'll look into it. But I don't see a reason why that would.
Okay, I was just wondering if it was something I should pay attention to because
no.
That's all.
No,
okay, very good.
If you're sending pitches, the follow-ups don't take pitch credits. It's only the first time pitching.
Yes.
So if you're sending follow-ups, but if you're going to your branding kit and you're clicking regenerate in the frameworks will take a credit. And
correct. I remember that from last time. So this was just changing my signature. And I sent maybe 2 or 3 or I don't know, something like that, new pitches today, but it went down by 13. Maybe I sent 5 new pitches, but it went down by 13.
Did you have anything scheduled to go out?
No.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure why that is. I mean, I'm sitting here, I'm looking at your page now.
Yeah.
And once we get off the call, I'll look deeper, but I don't see anything major that would have happened.
Okay.
Right. So, but we'll check into it. Any other questions?
Appreciate it.
So guys, this has been good. Very technical call today. A lot of hot fixes that should be fixed that just came up with the thing over the weekend. Bart, what's going on?
Yeah, I had the same thing with a significant drop. So there's something going on.
Okay. Whether the pitches went away or they were increased?
Went away.
Okay. All right. So, Ange, could you send that over to Santiago? Because that would be, something that he would take care of. Yeah, that's unusual. We need to check that. We can look historically and add those back. So that should get you all back on track. Anything else? All right. So
quickly from me, Ron, it's Leroy. I did experience a slight drop myself, similar to the others. So just
okay. No, cool. So if anybody else experienced the drop, we got you, right? Because everybody come on, I dropped too. It's dropping everybody. So I got you. We're on the same page. We're gonna get that fixed. Thanks for confirming. On 3 or 4 occasions, all we need is 2 witnesses, and we're gonna get it fixed. So we got our 2, so we good. The future of SpeakerHub. How many of y'all would love to have an agent represent you or be a part of a speakers bureau?
Yes.
Anybody has desire to be a part of the speakers bureau?
Amen.
And what would be the benefits of that?
Because I just want to keep rocking. I want to be able to be consistent. For instance, I know that if I get a coach in doing a business, I'm going to be a little bit better than I am. So it all depends on the individual. Mm-hmm. If I want to do this long term and I want to progress a little faster, I would see that helping me.
Okay.
I'm working hard. I'm telling you, I'm getting booked I have no problems with getting the ask on the podcast and getting, as you notice, I sent you that one that dropped. And I'm getting either a conversation a day to talk about getting on, and then I get on. I think since I've started, there was only one person that said to me it wasn't a fit, and it's that neuroscience person. I tell you, I was in the phase of, it wasn't my person, you know. You start dating some. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we're listening. Yep.
Yeah. So, you know, it's I think it's from the early stage, but some of them is on the third follow-up, and then they apologize for not getting back to me. The podcast that hit, it was like 3 different times before we talked, and then we got on, and he goes, I don't want to delay this anymore. I want to record you today. So having an agent, I think, is just up the ante a little bit, I think. My perspective.
No, it makes sense. Any other comments on being a part of a bureau?
Yes,
Being a part of a speaker's bureau.
It helps tremendously, especially when some of the conferences and associations that I pitched to have said that they've hired someone from this bureau or from that bureau, as well as it would help the speaker to organize on what they love to do, which is speaking and organizing their speeches instead of trying to find gigs all the time. But which I'm not putting it down. It gets you used to the grunt work, but at the same time, it would be great to just focus on my content like more established speakers do.
Okay. Bart?
Yeah.
Thanks, Kevin.
Yeah, I would agree with Kevin there. I think the caveat is understanding that the bureaus, unless you pay them something different, they are inbound. Now, hopefully you correct this as we go along, but they are inbound. So if it's a conference coordinator is reaching out to that bureau and then has to request, first they have to find that bureau that you belong to. Then they have to request you as a speaker for what they're trying to fill throughout the whole gamut of speakers that they are representing. So it's kind of a catch-22. Yeah, it would be great someone's kind of doing the work, but are they doing work just for you, or are they doing work for the whole thing? And then I guess what they really have is that relationship with conference coordinators. But still, you have to be chosen by the conference coordinator amongst everybody that they're representing. So that's probably the big hook to it, and more importantly, takes you out of control.
Okay, no, that makes sense. I think that's any other values, any other reasons why you think a bureau would be valuable?
And I think there's this old adage of if someone speaks well of you, it has more meaning than if you speak well of yourself, right? So just having someone else say, I recommend this person, I think makes it more effective potentially if they're doing it right.
Yeah. No, I think that makes sense.
Right.
Really any other questions? Lawrence, you won't be charged. I promise you. I got you. I needed you to go ahead and get logged into your account, and then I'll take care of it for you.
I was just making sure.
You won't be charged.
Also, one of the biggest benefits I could see with having an agent is the fact that not only does it up the ante, like you said earlier, but it also proves the fact you really are as good as you say. Because think of if you were going to try to book Tony Robbins, you can't call him. You have to call his agent, who then calls him, who then connects you. So being a part of a bureau, not only does it get your name out there more, because people who are looking for speakers, they go to the bureau. Mm-hmm. And your agent's entire job is just find the people who will book you. So it's benefits all around.
Okay, cool. Perfect. This is a perfect segue. Now, as I mentioned last week, we introduced tools one at a time because we don't want to give you everything at once. And then you're like, well, I don't know what to do with this and do with that. So we introduce new things all the time, one at a time. And one of the biggest things that we have never talked about is the experts tab. So if you are in SpeakerHub Pro, everybody who fills out a profile, you end up in the experts tab. What you all don't know is that we have 10,000 organizers that are active inside of SpeakerHub. Out of the 15,000 people per day that visit SpeakerHub, our website, unique visitors, only about 1,000 of them are speakers. Let me say that again. Only about 1,000 of them are speakers. 15,000 visits to our site every day from unique people are going to your speaker profiles. So when a person comes and they look at 5 pages, we count that as 1 visit. We don't count that as 5 because it's the same person going to 5 pages. So we get about 13,500 unique visitors looking for speakers on a daily basis. Now, why is that important? We introduced something called Speaker Insight, right? Speaker Insight is where we know what person went to your page. We can see, right? We have that data. We will very soon be sharing that data with everybody who visits your speaker page, but not only that, but your website. So I think we only have it installed on 2 people's websites right now. So set up your time with me if you're a SpeakerHub Pro user, and we can identify using LinkedIn the people who visit your page. Bart, I think I sent the code over to you last week. I don't know if your guy got it installed. And I think Michelle and I tried to do it, but it's a little bit more technical than what we thought. So we didn't want to break your webpage, so we just left it alone. But if you're a lifetime member and you want to try out Speaker Insight, well, we can, Kara, if you want to get that set up with Robert, we can identify up to about 70% of the people who visit your webpage and give you their LinkedIn address. That is cheating, right? But why is that important? Because if you were represented by a bureau or an agent, they would be able to tell you, everyone, hey, such and such called about you and was wondering if you were available for this date, or they were looking for speakers for this and you came up. Wouldn't they tell you that? That's what your bureau or your agent would tell you, right? So I want to kind of define, and you can see how all the tools that we're introducing are really important. So I asked ChatGPT, what's the difference between the speakers directory, a speakers bureau, and an agency? And it was very clear. A speakers directory is a self-service platform where speakers can create a profile, list their credentials, event planners can find them and contact them directly. Examples, SpeakerHub, eSpeakers, NSA. Well, that was the old SpeakerHub, right? The old SpeakerHub is a directory. That's why I tell you, create your speaker profile or your speaker page. That's a directory. Put yourself in our directory, right? But then I said, well, what's a speakers bureau? Well, it's an intermediary service that represents a roster of speakers and actively markets them to event planners. An example would be Washington Speakers Bureau, Leading Authorities, and Big Speak. And they take a commission on all of those things. But this is best for speakers who command over $5,000 and want an organization to negotiate and plan all the logistics. How many people here on the call right now charge more than $5,000? Is there a gang of you that let me say this, that consistently get paid more than $5,000? Doesn't matter what you're asking for. Did you get paid more than $5,000 in your last speech? Right? That's why I'm asking. Why? Because a lot of times the bureaus don't want you unless you're charging $7,000, $10,000, $12,000, $15,000 per speech, because they're getting a commission. So they want to work with the higher commission speakers. Does that make sense?
I see.
So if you're a new speaker, the desire to be a part of a bureau is one that's honorable, but the traditional bureau probably will find it hard to accept that application. Why? Because they get paid how? On a commission, right? And then what's a speaker's agency? An agency, so the directory is going to be the largest, the bureau is going to kind of be in the middle, and the agency is kind of, I work with 10 football players, like the Lundy agency, right? And I think it's Lundy Marketing Group, right? LMG. I think this is Yep. So LMG is one of our clients, and they use SpeakerHub for their clients to book them on stages. And they represent a bunch of athletes, which is great, right? NFL players, NBA players, Olympic athletes, things of that sort, right? But they use SpeakerHub Pro to book their clients. An agency is usually where you're going to get exclusive representation, but they're going to take 30 to 50% of your fees, right? Because they're doing all the work. They're booking you, they're planning your flights. They're basically a partner in your business. They get paid off of whether they booked it or someone else comes to you and requests you, they still get their commission, right? So why am I going through all of this? Because I asked ChatGPT, well, what is SpeakerHub then, right? And I said, well, what's the difference between if we combine SpeakerHub, because you mentioned SpeakerHub, but you didn't mention SpeakerHub Pro. If we combine SpeakerHub with SpeakerHub Pro, how does that compare to a speakers bureau? And it said, hey, if you combine SpeakerHub and SpeakerHub Pro, your AI-powered outbound and coaching stuff that you all do, it's basically a hybrid model that's similar to bureaus, but with key differences. And here's how they compare. Now, here's the key advantages. We make it more accessible. Anybody can be a part of SpeakerHub, right? In the past, when we were just a directory, we allowed anybody to sign up, right? Without an interview or anything. That's ending. We will interview every person. Right now, we're already the largest. We don't need to be bigger. We need to be better. So we already have the size. 63,560 some people have a profile on SpeakerHub right now. We're already the largest by about, 40%. We want to be the best. So now all new users will go through an interview process and an application process to be more like a bureau so that we can just stop wasting space, right? But here's the thing we do that a bureau normally doesn't do. We give you control over your outreach. You can't tell your agent or your bureau rep who to reach out on your behalf, right? They have some ideas, but you can't say, I want to be on this podcast this month, or I want to do 5 of these. They don't even do podcasts. They don't even do press, right? Because they don't get paid for you going on podcasts. So we give you more control. The other thing is we don't take any commissions. We're not doing any commission splits. We give you the AI matching, which allows us to explore more opportunities than a human bureau could ever do, right? And then your speakers bureau never offers training, because why would they teach you how to replace them, right? So going forward, as we move forward, currently, as of our change this morning in our business model, SpeakerHub is now the world's largest AI-powered speakers bureau, right? We're the biggest by a lot, right? And we have the tools to make sure that we can get more people booked than any other bureau, directory, or agency in the world. Ask any other bureau, how often does someone get booked at your company? You'll be lucky if they say that they get a booking a day, not to mention 25 a day, right? This is a huge opportunity, guys. And guess what? You all are at the forefront of it, because those who are on this call, if you're using SpeakerHub Pro, you have the highest level of our service and you're with us forever. So if you think about what's coming down the road with your ability to add courses and for us to promote those courses, your ability to add, to get leads from your sites, from your own sites into your SpeakerHub Pro profile, the ability for you to speak at our conferences, right? And to be a part of our summit and things of that sort. This is the best time in the world to be a part of SpeakerHub. I'm super duper excited about the business model transition that we're going through. We're just going to focus on the winners. Like that's what I preach. Hey, look, the winner's going to win, the loser's going to lose. So everybody from now on, not if you're here, you're here, but all new users starting tomorrow, when they go sign up, there will be no more just sign up and create a profile and wander around. We got the big dogs on here already. Y'all show up every day. Y'all getting results every day. Y'all consistently on the leaderboard, right? So I need more of y'all. I'm looking for y'all. You see what I mean? I'm looking for y'all. I'm looking for my Spartans, right? Like the Spartan kick. Remember on that one thing he kicked that dude off? It was only 300 of them, right? I just want my few people that want to roll with us. And I'm going to do everything in my power to promote the heck out of you guys to our 10,000 organizers. Why? Because we haven't even started that yet. Q2 is when we focus on organizers, right? When we focus on bringing more organizers in. And kind of tested it last week when she brought in the person from the university. I think 3 people got gigs out of that. We've been doing some introductions on the backside. I think 3 of our ambassadors have already been featured in articles based on private introductions that we're doing, kind of like a bureau or an agency on the backside. So these services will be introduced even more. There will be no more trials of SpeakerHub Pro or SpeakerHub. Either you join for a year or 2 years or 3 years, or you go somewhere else. We're looking for the pigs. If you ain't committed to this, go somewhere else and lose over there. The winner's going to win over here based on our commitment to doing our own outreach and following up on the leads. We're going to treat this like a real business, guys. So I want to make sure that you all understand that you're in the best place. There is no better place to get booked. Nobody is booking more speakers than us, more meetings than us. So as we make this shift and we build a community, I don't want the losers in the community. And what I mean by that, I'm talking about by attitude. I'm talking about by mentality. I'm talking about by action. I don't need them, well, you know, this is this. Get out of here. Just send the damn pictures, right? Go to the meetings, get on more stage. We need professionals. We got to start respecting the business. So that's where we're going. We're leading by example, right? We're going to lead by example. Any thoughts and feedback on that transition from SpeakerHub, the software platform? No, this will be SpeakerHub, the bureau where our members get access to our tools. If you ain't a member, don't try our stuff. Get out. This is exclusive, right? Why? Because they had their chance. We've been emailing these folks for 8 months. Hey, if you ain't over here by now, cool, we got you. We know where you stand, right? So we're moving to the bureau mode. All the tools will still be available. Everyone who's here, you're here. Whatever you're paying now, you're grandfathered in as long as you stay with us. If you got a lifetime account, you know you're good forever. But this is the difference, because now when we say, hey, I have a few clients that we represent, here are 20 top speakers on leadership. Here are 20 top military veteran speakers. Here are 20 top women in business speakers. We can start making those suggestions. That's never been done at SpeakerHub in the last 9 years. Never been done before. This is a game changer. See you later, Rain. Hopefully this is helpful. I want to get your feedback. Jasmine, thoughts really quickly.
Yeah, quickly. Yes. I just
one second. It's 1 o'clock, guys. We're going to go into overtime. My next meeting isn't until another hour, so I'm willing to stay and discuss whatever you all want to talk about today for the next 30 minutes or 45 minutes, particularly about this transition that we're making. It is in the best interest of the industry for us to make this transition, right? We're going to lead this thing into the next generation of speaking. So, Jasmine, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I understand now what you say, with an agency and stuff like that. It's so funny how when you can have this what we have in front of us, and you stress this every day. And, myself included, we sit here and, we're getting our pitches and we're getting our, our bookings, but do we understand what we really have? And that's what we're saying, you're looking elsewhere. It's like a guy who's not really committed to, being married. He always has one eye looking on the other, and he's not fully committed to what he has. So when you break it down, and I appreciate the fact that you consistently say, okay, I have a system of leading you guys into what you have. And sooner or later, You know, how long does it take you if you hit your head against the wall to realize don't hit yourself against the wall? So I totally appreciate when you take us back around from the agency to say, you have the largest agency in front of you every single day, 24/7, and you know, and then it's always getting better. So I appreciate that because we all take things for granted. And I'm glad that you're tightening the reins. And when people tighten the reins, you know, there's a thing called FOMO, when fear of missing out, when people, you know, realize that they're going to jump in both feet. So thank you for taking us back to reality on a Monday. Wish I could stay the hour, but I have a chat and a podcast pretty soon. I think I might have about 10 minutes with you after this.
Oh yeah, no. Thank you for the feedback, Jasmine. It's always valuable. I appreciate it. This is what we want. Like, this is a big deal for us. It's a huge fundamental change in how we talk about what we do. When you talk about software, we're bigger than software, guys. The software is like probably the least important thing that we do. Mindset, process, the coaching that we give you is dude, people pay so much to coach the things that I taught them. It's like, dude, I'm tired of these people. So we're just gonna push forward and start make it happen for you. Bart, and then we'll go to Lawrence. And if someone else had another question, we can go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to say I appreciate you going there. My thought has been there's enough in here already to kind of take it to that space, keep your 30%, or if you want to use some of that you would pay the bureau, that's where you're hiring someone else to kind of do some of those things, and you can create it yourself with your control. So I know I said that before, but it was good to see that when you brought up on the slide about control, because that's one thing that we get here, and not to mention you get to do all phases to build your consistently build your brand. So what you're bringing with that, an overused word that we say all the time, game changer. We're not superlatives for SpeakerHub Pro, so I'll let you guys come up with that. But yeah, we're on board.
No, it's a big deal. This is a huge step. We have all the tools, right? And we're willing to share those tools with you. What other bureau can give you the leads that are visiting your page? What other bureau is going to show you how to book yourself? What other bureau is going to say, hey, look, just pay us for the data. You keep all the money you need. You're only making 25 grand a year from speaking. You can't afford to give us half of it and pay for your other website stuff and pay for all this other stuff. It's just too expensive, right? So we had to make a choice. We're like, look, we could be the Rolls Royce, which I respect those companies that are the Rolls Royce that work with Barack Obama and those level folks. But Barack Obama was a grassroots politician. He went door to door. He was the Toyota of politicians before he became the president, where he helped the masses, not the classes, right? Well, I mean, look, I'm the masses, right? You know, people see me and they say, oh, Ron, you buy businesses and you do all this. Yeah, what y'all don't see is this is where I grew up, right? This is the house I grew up in right here, 2029 Trindley. I'm as masses as it gets, right? This little house right here. You see it back there? There's my basketball hoop I learned to play basketball on, right here. Before all the buying businesses, I lived here in this little house that's covered by trees. The house ain't even 7 feet. The ceiling wasn't even 7 foot in the house, right? That's where I grew up on this street. I am the masses like you wouldn't believe, right? But I understood the danger of walking on these streets. That's why what Lawrence is doing is so important to me, because a lot of people don't make it out of this neighborhood, right? So look, this is where I came from. So I understand the power of a message. Somebody gave a little boy who grew up in that house a message that changed my life. So I need to empower more of those speakers. It's cool to work with the big names and have all those guys as friends and clients. Yeah, but y'all the people that's out here really touching the folks, because they never gonna get close to those people. So we're gonna be the Toyota of speakers bureaus, where everybody can afford a car that's reliable. You ain't gotta spend a bunch of money on repairing it. You can use it for the rest of your life. This is what we're building. Any thoughts, right? So don't let the smooth face fool you. it's it has been a lot of hard nights, so I understand it. I know who I'm trying to. Yeah, I had lowered it down to 6 feet, dude. I'm only 5'5". You know, we had lowered it down to 8 feet. You know, so I could touch the net. You know, I couldn't even dunk on that rim. That's how terrible my vertical is. But you know, John, why we the same height, bro? We can look at your chair and see that you ain't that tall, right? John
taller
acting
than
like
you,
he's
brother.
6'3", and his legs swinging in his chair over there. You know.
Hey Ron, I just want to say I believe it's been a blessing to for me to be here and for me to meet you, and I am one that I'm determined to have millionaire be one of the parts of the title of my name, at least millionaire, maybe multimillionaire. And I recognize this as one of the tools for me to get there. I have a lot of tools myself. This is one of them that'll help me get that status. So I appreciate you, and I appreciate because you're the only one that's constantly doing what I'm trying to do for myself, get better. Your company is constantly getting better and better and better. And I love it.
No, I appreciate that. That means a lot. That means a heck of a lot. Lawrence.
Yeah, I just want to bring up the fact that not only are you giving us the tools that a bureau wouldn't give you, because if a bureau gave you these tools, you wouldn't need a bureau. But also the fact that having so many different conferences and people who are looking for speakers coming to the site and knowing what they're specifically looking for and being able to say, oh, you're looking for a military veteran who talks about leadership and speaks to colleges. Here's 20 of them. You're helping us get hyper-specific leads that they're looking for exactly what we do. And that is a massive blessing that other bureaus wouldn't do because they're just trying to get as much money as they can as possible rather than giving you the highest quality of leads.
100%, right? And that's what we're going to change. I mean, leaders got to lead. And that's kind of been the thing that I've always mentioned to you guys. You can't be a thought leader if you're not leading anybody, right? So we got to get you all leading some people. We got to get you on more stages, get more people booked, all of those things, right? So let me see here. I'm going to go to, let's see where they are with traffic wise. I want to see like, what's the difference in us and them when it comes to traffic? Let's see. But let's see, go to the next person. So no, thanks for that feedback. If they share what we give to you, they wouldn't be in business, Lawrence. That's just the fact. Leroy, go ahead.
Yes, as I did say when I last spoke last week, that 2025 will definitely be a momentous year, and I think SpeakerHub is going to play a huge part in that. And what I can say from my one-on-one with you on several occasions, there's a real issue that SpeakerHub is solving, and that is there are many people who want to get into the space of speaking, who have a message that the world needs. And whilst these people have been trained, coached, they don't know how to get before the audiences and to get their message out. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people in this space who I know personally, they only offer a part of the solution and not the entire thing. And I think this is where you come in and you're doing an exceptional job here. And I just salute what you're doing. And I think
thank you. It means a lot.
This is a game changer. It is a game changer.
It means a heck of a lot, you know? I mean, a heck of a lot to us. Right? Anything else? Who's next? Let's see. Leroy, means a lot. Janika.
Ron, I think what's real important in terms of our connection with you here at SpeakerHub is the fact that you cover all gambits for everybody. and the fact that you recognize where everybody is in their growth and process in moving forward to become a speaker. But I think the thing that's most important is the fact that you're teaching us the business. And that has been a major problem no matter what we have done online. And that's what's most important for me in my growth and development is the business and understanding all the aspects of the business, even from the standpoint of a speaker and from the standpoint of what we do and what we bring to the table. Your marketing expertise is something that is more valuable than anybody could possibly imagine. And I think for me, that's my stick-to-itness is the fact that for as long as I have been in business, I have never got the marketing. I've never got the instructions in terms of what it takes to put a business together to make it lasting. And that's what this means to me. And what I have seen in the relationship that I've built with you. And the other key factor is very few, in my experience online, have we been able to make connections with people. And that is crucial. I mean, you go into a lot of programs and they say, you know, you connect, but this is actually genuine connections that's happening in addition to us learning how to be the best speaker and the best business person that we can be. And I thank you for that.
Yeah, no, high five. And that's a great segue because we're getting better. Starting tomorrow, there will be a second daily co-working. We will have 12 noon co-working, and then we will introduce evening co-working. When we did a survey, the biggest request was I have to do it in the evening because I work in the daytime. 82% of our speakers, our users at SpeakerHub, have a full-time job. So they can't hop in on lunch like some people do. So starting tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern, there will be a second co-working. So we will keep our 12 noon co-working, but we will have a 7 p.m. co-working that includes our people in Australia, our users in Africa and India who are on the different time zones that can't come because it's like right now it works for Leroy because it's 7 p.m. where Leroy is, right? But for someone in Australia, it's 1 a.m. right now or something like that, right? Or Philippines. So we're trying to incorporate all of that, but also get more of the Americans who can come in the evening. So same link, every day will be 12 Eastern and 7 p.m. Eastern. 12 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Eastern. Again, we will lead by example. I can't tell y'all need to do more. And okay, cool, I'm gonna do more. I'm gonna double down on what I'm talking about, right? So high five, Janika. Thank you for recognizing that your words mean a lot because that's my mission. I have to be the leader I needed. I didn't have anybody that told me these things. I had to read all the books, had to go bump my head, had to get robbed, had to have people steal businesses from me, had to have people take my intellectual property in order for me to learn how to protect. Like we had to sue 3 people this year because they were using the SpeakerHub name, right? And I said, dude, I'm not like a big bully, but we could be friends. Let's be friends and work it out. And we worked it out and I became friends with them. Now, some of them were being jackasses and they wanted to fight. And I'm like, dude, that ain't even the world I'm from, but I got that button. I can push that button. So I want the best interest of the community, not just speakers, but your audiences is what matters to me. I have to be able to amplify you guys, right? So I'm going to teach you all the business stuff and why we protect what we have so dearly. Because if you can't grow the speaking business, you can't grow as a speaker. Tony Robbins has a speaking business. What's the one guy? Stephen Covey. He's been dead for 13 years, but yet people are still buying his books and his trainings. That's a speaking business. We don't want you to leave a legacy that nobody can follow up on. When we're in the greatest time in history for intellectual property, for it to be generational, multi-generational. So we got to create more content. So we're going to double down on content by doing more community, which is 7 p.m. every day. We will be doing a second call. Feel free to hop on. Starts tomorrow, but 7 p.m. every day is our new speaker co-working call. It's going to start off slow because a bunch of people won't know about it, but it don't matter. If one person shows up, I'm here, right? So that's from that side. Any other thoughts or feedback about the transition from what we've traditionally been a software company, right? But if you know anything about software is it runs on something called freemium. Freemium is where you let a bunch of people sign up for free and some of them take it serious, right? But it makes you feel good because you can say, oh, we got 63,000 users that use this. Yeah, but if they ain't really using it or they ain't paying to use it, then who cares? Let's focus on the ones who want to win, right? So that's what we're going to do. We're moving to the bureau model. The software tools will be inside of the bureau. So if you're not a member, you don't get access. What does that mean to you guys? It means that there's less people pitching, right? There's less people clogging up the inboxes because they ain't serious, right? So now, you have this exclusive tool that will be members only. Mons, glad to see you stick around. Are you a SpeakerHub member currently, or how did you find out about us? I don't know if he's still here. Maybe he walked away, right? Or Jenny.
I'm still here.
Yep. What are your thoughts about us turning SpeakerHub into the world's, it's already turned. We ain't no going back. It's already done. Like, we already clicked the button. So we'll be the world's largest AI-powered speakers bureau, where we'll be turning on our 10,000 organizers. That's the activation that's coming in March. Building those relationships and getting them to make private requests that you don't have to pitch. It's cheating. Like, it is gonna be cheating, right?
I love it. You should move away from software. That's 100% behind you on that. It's very good. So I like the bureau model, and I like you adding on the mindset for the AI. You're bang on target. It's very good. I like it.
Yep. So here's let me kind of walk you through what we do at SpeakerHub so that you know, just in case if you're not caught up to what we do, like how we do what we do. So as I mentioned earlier, every 51 minutes someone gets booked, but how they get booked is using a process called the speaker flywheel. And this is where we've matched inbound marketing minds along with outbound. So not only do we have them with an SEO optimized speaker digital one sheet, like a speaker page, but we also give them access to 4 million people in our directory for them to proactively pitch the stages that they want. And this is what gives us an advantage over the bureau, because the bureau won't pitch people to the stages that they want to be on. It will pitch people to the stages that they think that they should be on, which is two different things, right? So how you see yourself is really important. So in the past, everyone had to manually Google and search for speaking gigs, visit the website, reach out, find the contact information. Research the opportunity, find the contact information. Do that 100 times to get a list in order to just make an outreach to a stage that they may be interested in. What we've been able to do is to combine that into 5 easy steps. Tell us your goals, let AI match you to the opportunity, let AI write the pitch for you, and then you approve what AI has written and you send the pitch, right? So we're working in that Web 4 world in a lot of ways. We're just making the transition where I don't trust AI enough it still hallucinates sometimes. So we still need some human approval on the emails and the things that we're doing. So I'm glad that we made your approval on how we're integrating AI and how we're going about doing things. I think that this is the difference. These 3 dots, you ain't got all these extra steps, right? So any other questions, guys?
Do you want me to comment that?
Yeah, go ahead. You can say
Yeah,
whatever you
so
want.
that's really cool. I think it's you're really taking steps to Web 4 AI. I think maybe it's still Web 2, 3 AI, a lot of it with the parts getting the info and wrapping it up and a text email going out. That's probably like Web 2 AI. But then actually doing the outreach there, that is certainly Web 4. So I congratulate you and welcome you to Web 4.
Oh, look at that. I told you, we are cutting edge. Dude. So Mans, one of my friends, this is the guy who helped us with our AI development. And his name is Arnaldo Mueller Molina. This guy right here. This guy is the man. I think he was the CTO for University of Chicago, right? And tech lead and their head data scientist at University of Chicago. And he is bananas. The work that he's done. One of the great things that he did when Icon, the people who came up, you remember when it just used to be .com and .co? It wasn't even .co, it was just .com and .org and .edu. Arnaldo was the data scientist that decided the rollouts for Icon. Icon hired him to do the data research to determine what the next top level domain names would be, right? So his company and Sim Machines has been very integral in the development of SpeakerHub and what we're doing. He's one of my best friends. He's given me probably hundreds of thousands of dollars of consulting advice for free on how we should build our data engine and build our how our prompts and things integrate to be seamless. We are prompt-free software. There's no prompting, right? Which is cheating. So to be able to get the results we get without prompts from a user is incredible. So thanks for your high five. Would love to see how we can take this to a new level. Maybe there's some things that you can introduce us to in a private conversation.
Let's do it. I love that.
Yep. Any other questions or comments, guys? Any other feedback? Thanks for all the kind words. We would love to have, Mons, if you want to, take things to the next level with SpeakerHub and start doing some outreach to get you on some of the stages you want to be on. Love to set up a demo with you so that we can kind of walk you through what the membership into the Bureau looks like. This is a game changer. Any other questions before we go? All right. So my call to action for the day is get to pitching. And if you got other speakers that you know that you think would be a great addition to the Bureau, I would love an introduction to them. We want to add new speakers. Thanks to all of our lifetime members, Bonnie, Kevin, Bart, Seyron. There's a gang of y'all on here. I think I may have missed a few, but if you're a lifetime member and I didn't call your name, thanks to all, I think 120 of you guys up to this point. We're rolling with you. We're going to take you to the moon. All right. And if we include the PitchDB people, we're over like 1,000 because we got thousands of PitchDB lifetime members. But just on SpeakerHub, I think we got 120. But Kevin is an OG from 2020. See y'all later. Talk to y'all tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel. Again, we're introducing 7 p.m. also. Noon and 7 p.m. speaker co-working. Come to the one that works best for you. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.